and the specific game that they're accusing Terry Rozier of like messing up several years
ago. Bro, I did see that. It was a compilation of Terry Rozier just doing anything on the court, and I'm like, all right, gang, you couldn't have made it no more obvious, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was bad.
So this game was very, very odd. Now, fans started posting in another game. That was not the game that they were talking about.
Nigga playing like he come on, bro. Come on, Kyle. Nobody even did nothing to you, bro. What was that? Was this nigga passing to Casper, bro? Like, come on, nigga. Nigga got back on defense. He didn't even try to get the ball. And then he had to fake like he mad. He said, like, bro, you not that hot, bro. Come on, you ready to go count them bills at your house once again after this game, bro. Stop lying, man. Feds arrest NBA players and Mafia for scamming fans. Video by Hello Yes and Extras. Man, bro, you meaning this is why my parlay's been getting sold? Boy, these niggas fucked up, man. Let's watch the video and see what happened.
What's poppin', y'all? I know all of y'all that be involved in that, throwing money on sports are either ecstatic today or enraged with the money that you have lost or may have been losing, and it's no fault of your own because the feds, the FBI, they arrested, can you believe they arrested Chauncey Billups, part of that legendary championship squad on the Detroit Pistons? But FBI Director Kash Patel, they investigated and just arrested a bunch of people involved with damn near what looks like a racket. I'm gonna play you guys the clip right now.
Individuals such as Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today.
Terry Rozier? No. Bro, that nigga nice as shit. Bro, he nice as fuck at basketball. No, Terry Rozier was involved in that shit too, bro. No.
Former current NBA players and coaches.
I don't know. I just seen that nigga, bro. He was doing his thing, bro. Like, he a shorter nigga, but he could shift on niggas. He could dunk the ball. Like, why is you rigging the, why are you doing that, gang?
What you don't know is that this is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years. The FBI led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals today responsible for this case, which is very much ongoing. Not only did we crack into the fraud that these perpetrators committed on the grand stage of the NBA, but we also entered and executed a system of justice against La Casa Nostra to include the Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese, and Lucchese crime families.
This is crazy. I heard Chauncey Billups, and I thought...
Yeah, Chauncey Billups, that ball nigga. Bro, he been out the league for a minute. Y'all gonna let that nigga chill, bro. Let him just, you feel me, do his shit, bro. Rest in his retirement, my nigga. But then again, if you is scamming niggas like you doing this illegal shit, you do kind of have it coming to you, you know what I'm saying? And that really made me question, what is the point of rigging bets? But I guess to, I don't know, make money for your friends or whoever is betting, you feel me? Maybe something along them lines. Maybe you trying to, you feel me, keep scamming niggas so that you could pocket the bread yourself. But I don't even know how that would work myself, but it is wrong, I will say. And you never know who's doing it. Like I said, Terry Rozier, I didn't expect that. Chauncey Billups, I didn't expect it either, bro. But hey, that's tough, man.
What the hell? Now y'all know, like, listen, last NBA game I played, NBA Live 06. Y'all think I'm playing. I might just throw up the CD on my story or something like that. But that I remember that era. So I'm thinking Chauncey Billups still in the NBA. Well, I'm going to give you guys some details on this, and we're going to go through some events and the specific game that they're accusing Terry Rozier of like messing up several years.
Bro, I did see that. I don't know. It was a little compilation of Terry Rozier just doing anything on the court, and I'm like, all right, gang, you couldn't have made it no more obvious, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was bad.
So in this tweet by Joe Pompliano, he says, the FBI is holding a press conference right now on the details around this morning's sports gambling bust. Here are some of the highlights. Because if you guys remember, a couple of months ago, Gilbert Arenas got arrested and it was over some illegal gambling, but this is a very different scenario. What Gilbert Arenas got arrested for was like, like throwing some poker games at your crib. I think at his crib in Encino or something like that. This is very different, and this is far worse, because whatever Gilbert Arenas had going on, that's rich people stuff. This is people stealing from you honest sports bettors, right? Which I do not approve of. Y'all know I do not get involved in that whatsoever. But people stealing from you illegally too, because this is legal now. Like they legalized it across America and it didn't used to be a thing. I do think it is probably for the destruction of people's brains. Not why they legalized it, but I think that's the result of it. But it is what it is. Current and former NBA players and coaches Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, and Damon Jones have been arrested. This was an illegal gambling and sports rigging operation that spanned years across 11 states. In total, 30 individuals have been arrested, 13 Mafia members. The case involves La Cosa Nostra, the Italian Mafia. I didn't even know this still existed. I mean, people talk, we've seen more members or former members on Vlad TV than I know. Vlad's already making some phone calls of anybody associated with this, trying to get some information. But the case is still ongoing, so he might wait until it's over. Charges include illegal gambling, wire fraud, and extortion. There are 2 separate indictments. This is very important. The first involves 6 defendants accused of participating in a sports corruption scheme that exploited insider information involving NBA players and teams. The defendants leveraged their connections to place prop bets based on confidential insider information, winning tens of thousands of dollars per bet. The second indictment involves 31 defendants charged with participating in a nationwide scheme to rig illegal poker games. The FBI says they used high-tech cheating technology to steal millions of dollars from victims in underground poker games that were secretly fixed. The 2 cases are separate, but there are 3 overlapping defendants, including former NBA player and coach Damon Jones. So these people, they already got bread in their career, and they still want to steal. Like, yeah, that's crazy. Man. The FBI says that NBA player Terry Rozier told the defendants that he was going to leave a game early on March 23rd, 2023 with an injury. Keep in mind, this is very, very important. One of the defendants, Terry Rozier, is telling them that he's going to leave the game early with an injury. That type of information is not privy to the public that are betting. The defendants then placed more than $200,000 worth of wagers on the unders for his prop bets, with Rozier leaving the game after 9 minutes. Those bets paid out tens of thousands of dollars in profits, and the defendants and Rozier counted the money at his house.
That is crazy, gang. That is crazy, bro. Telling niggas, hey, I'ma fake that injury, bro. Y'all bet that under on me. That is kind of wild, my boy.
I want to go over this a little bit, because if you look at what I did was I cross-referenced tweets based on that date, and you see
just like, how greedy do you have to be? I know the mafia was involved. Was he forced to do this? I don't think Terry Rozier was forced to do this, bro. But gang, that measly ass, like, bro, you already getting millions a year. How much more do you need, bro? Like, come on, man.
A couple of different people that find this odd, people that are involved in this whole game. Like this one guy, Noah, said on March 23rd, he said, is there any reason why there are 0 Terry Rozier props on any books or DFS sites? Is he out tonight? Did I miss something? Very odd. And then some guy says, nah, dude, what is going on? And then someone says, I locked him earlier. I hope he's not injured. He says, usually the sites don't just pull a player off the board unless he's questionable or out. No report of either. So that's very odd, right? Another person also said, Terry Rozier's situation smells like ish, man. So weird. Just gets pulled forever on all books and then comes back with the 25 line with no news. What am I missing? And then people here, and this was back in January, it was also reported that he was being investigated. Federal prosecutors were investigating him based on that game in 2023. And Tim Reynolds said, the Wall Street Journal reports that Terry Rozier's performance in its March 23rd, 2023 game with Charlotte is being probed by federal investigators. Rozier has not been accused of wrongdoing, we can confirm. Well, clearly he's been accused of wrongdoing now because there's charges. So that's another development here as well. So this game was very, very odd. Now, fans started posting clips of Terry Rozier playing terribly in another game. That was not the game that they were talking about. The
nigga playing like he... Come on, bro. Come on, Kyle. Nobody even did nothing to you, bro. What was that? Who was you passing
terribly to? In another game, that was not the game that they were talking about.
Was this nigga passing to Casper, bro? Like, come on, nigga. Nigga got back on defense. He didn't even try to get the ball. Come on, cuz. This is the exact video I was talking about, bro. This is horrible.
On March 23rd. But I'm going to play you guys some clips from that.
And the media's still running, Richard. I don't know this.
Come on, and then he had to fake like he mad.
The media's still running, Richard.
He said, like, bro, you not that hot, bro. Come on, you ready to go count them bills at your house once again after this game, bro? Stop lying, man.
Still going. Oh, Rozier turned it over again.
Like, come on, nigga.
And Rozier off the DHO. And he turned it over.
That one was a little more believable.
But you don't want to play the
That wasn't bad.
especially against the Miami Heat. I tell you, hey, you don't like playing in Miami?
That's not bad either.
I better do a lot.
He getting a little better at faking it.
They gotta get busy. Rozier with a 9.
All right, though, you missing too many shots, nigga. Nobody just have this off of a game. You mean? But hindsight do be 2020. If this was a real life game I was witnessing, I'm just like, damn, he on some ass shit. I might not think he rigging the game, but hey, man, it's looking bad now.
Short on Merrill. Rozier, a contested 3 is short. The ultimate teammates and sacrifice so much.
Yeah, that was bad.
Rozier on the show and go.
That wasn't horrible.
Empty corner 2-man game. Rozier.
Why didn't they take this nigga out the game? Bro, Eric Spoelstra, you didn't have enough, bro?
With a 3. Anderson with a rebound. Rozier relocates for another try. Well, that was.
That hoe is on target, though. Like, you is missing too bad, though. Like, it's like, I don't know, gang. Like, bro. That's the thing, though. If I'm Eric Spoelstra, bro, I'm taking this nigga out the game with the swiftness, though.
So who's to say, like, you see plays like this and you're like, huh, what the hell's going on here? The FBI says that former Raptors player Jonte Porter was threatened to participate in the sports gambling scheme because of his gambling debts. Teams that were bet on during the sports gambling scheme include the Charlotte Hornets, Portland Trailblazers, LA Lakers, and the Toronto Raptors. The rigged poker games occurred in the Hamptons, Miami, Las Vegas, and Manhattan. The poker scheme targeted victims who were lured to participate in rigged poker games by the chance to play alongside former professional athletes. These athletes included Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones. The FBI says that, so there's two. Now they're talking about the illegal poker ring that was going on. That's different from the sports fixing, even though there are overlapping people. The FBI says that the defendants utilized altered shuffling machines to read the cards in the deck and then relayed that information to an off-site operator. The off-site operator, known as the quarterback, then sent that information to someone at the table. The FBI also says that the defendants utilized other cheating technologies, including poker chip trays that...
At this point, just ban gambling. Like, why is gambling a thing, my nigga? Because, like, bro, you could really peg the argument that all of this shit is rigged. Or it's not rigged, but most of gambling is very unlikely for you to hit, but there's still the chance that you will, so you can't technically call it cheating or scamming people. But bro, niggas is gonna find a way to cheat, bro. Like, it's just the nature of this shit. Like, oh yeah, bet some money, win the game and you get way more money. Wow. It's like, bro, you know somebody gonna do something wrong with this shit. So why is gambling legal? You know what I'm saying?
read cards through...
Because it makes so much money. That's why niggas allow it. But when it go too far, once you start blatantly scamming niggas, oh no. Come on, man.
Hidden cameras, special contact lenses and glasses that could read marked cards, and X-ray poker tables that could read cards face down. It seems like the Mafia, even with new levels of technology, they decided to adapt with the technology. Said, yo, why are we catching bodies out here in the streets? Why are we doing all of this? Yo, get the tech in here and let's start finessing. And this is some crazy finesse. I respect it. The FBI says that the defendants robbed a victim at, oh, well, I guess, you still got to go back to the basics sometimes, at gunpoint to acquire a rigged shuffling machine. So they're even robbing people for these machines. The sports gambling investigation is called Operation Nothing But Net, while the poker investigation is called Operation Royal Flush. The FBI has been working on this investigation for 4 years, with victims losing at least $7 million. One specific victim lost at least $1.8 million, and the FBI reviewed thousands of hours of video evidence and executed more than 24 search warrants. These are just accusations at this point. This is really scary, man, because dog, Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier, and we can even see people thinking it was fishy, like people that constantly sports bet. Like on that day, they were like, yo, this is odd. What's going on here? Terry Rozier's attorney responded on his behalf and said the following. We have represented Terry Rozier for over a year. A long time ago, we reached out to these prosecutors to tell them we should have an open line of communication. They characterized Terry as a subject, not a target, but at 6 a.m. this morning, they called to tell me FBI agents were trying to arrest him in a hotel. It's unfortunate that instead of allowing him to self-surrender, they opted for a photo op. They wanted the misplaced glory of embarrassing a professional athlete with a perp walk. That tells you a lot about the motivations in this case. They appear to be taking the word of spectacularly incredible sources rather than relying on actual evidence of wrongdoing. Terry was cleared by the NBA, and these prosecutors revived that non-case. Terry is not a gambler, but he is not afraid of a fight, and he looks forward to winning this fight.
Nah, that nigga's done. Come on, gang, that nigga's finished. Bro, that performance was horrible. Horrible, my nigga. And telling people you're gonna leave with an injury and then leaving with an injury 9 minutes later, bro, yeah, he's cooked. He's done for. That nigga nice at ball, bro. You expect me to believe he's missing all them shots perfectly every single time, bro? Right on the, you feel me, the front of the rim at every single shot. Either that or he throwing the ball to Casper. Like, come on, nigga. You don't go to the league. You don't get to the pinnacle of professional basketball just to do that, bro. To play with Casper and the friendly ghost. What the fuck is you doing?
The U.S. attorney said, one of the most brazen sports corruption schemes since online sports betting became widely legalized in the United States. This scheme is an insider sports betting conspiracy that exploited confidential information about the NBA athletes and teams. This is really scary, man, because it's like you're robbing from the little guy, because so many people are addicted to this. And I understand why. Some people may not be completely addicted. Some people may just be very involved, because when there's bread on the line, when there's some sort of risk based on a performance, it makes the game, the fight, anything that you may be watching,
way more interesting,
so much more enjoyable and just high stakes. Like, it's exciting. Even though I don't participate in it, I understand it for sure. And to see these guys allegedly using their connection, like private knowledge, to make disgusting bags of bread on top of this guy, Chauncey Billups, is an NBA coach, and he had a lucrative NBA career. Terry Rozier, he's an NBA player. But also, the thing that about like this underground, like betting and stuff like that, is how much of this is debts. So let's just theorize, complete theory over here, complete theory, not true, not saying this is true, but let's say Terry Rozier was like a gambling addict, right? And he's doing these underground gambling games that they accused Gilbert Arenas of hosting, things of that nature, and he's in huge debt. Well, how is he going to pay off the debt? Does he want to pay it off with actual money that he earns? Or can he just throw a game that doesn't even matter for his career so that they can make bread off of it? And a bunch of people can make bread off of it, and then he handles his debt. And if he doesn't handle his debt, like they're saying that the Mafia is involved, so there's physical danger to him and his family, you end up in a situation where it's like, yo, you're stuck. And it starts off with gambling debt. I remember when they were trying to say that, they were saying that Bruno Mars owned like 50 million plus to the casino. So he got a residency just so that he could pay off what he owed, or he spent the residency money or something. I don't know if there's any validity to that, but this gambling thing, it really, really drags people in and keeps them there. But the accusation that they're making, I want the papers to come out, the ones that fully describe the full details of what was going on. It's kind of like they gave an overview today, but I want to understand how, like, the machines that they have, the tech that they had here,
that's
it just
crazy.
seemed so unreal. Like, it was such a professional operation, which an NBA player or coach is not going to put together. They don't have the time for that. Like, there have to be people that have studied this and are experts and are putting it together. But this is exciting, to say the least. I wonder what other sports are involved with this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Anybody else? You got your...
Hey, man, WVid, my nigga. WSVid. I did not think about that, but that is very, very, very true. Because NBA players, I don't know why these niggas are big gamblers, but Michael Jordan, the greatest of all time, that nigga was a horrible gambler. You feel me? I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the rush that should give you adrenaline. It's like, yo, I make so much money, but I could lose it all right now. It's like, I guess that makes you happy, my nigga. But when you go back to the hood, nigga, you're not finna be so happy. But then they get in huge amounts of debt. And yeah, instead of spending your own money, the people are like, hey, bro, just throw this game real quick. If not, nigga, your family. Yeah. Like, it makes sense why they would get roped into things like this, at least from the standpoint of someone with gambling debt and the mafia threatening them. That makes sense. But just doing that just so you could get some extra bread to pocket, it's like, bro, how greedy are you? Like, come on, man, that's bad. And I don't really know these guys. I can only speculate, but I hope that it is not the latter. But if it is the latter, yeah, throw the book at these niggas. No cap, man. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the video in the comment section down below. Appreciate y'all watching. Make sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Lay y'all. Peace.